Arizona, we got something special for y'all. October 3rd, Gila River Casino in Phoenix. Straight game times all the smoke live show. Doors open at 6:30, show starts at 7:30. Tickets on sale through Ticketmaster. Just Google Straight Game, All the Smoke live show, or check the link in my bio. Catch me, Stak, Bib, and my dog E House, and special guests. Make sure you guys pick up a ticket and meet us there. Welcome back to All the Smoke Pump Gala 2025.
Yeah.
We had a great first guest, and we have a legend. This dude is one of our biggest fans, one of our loudest supporters.
Because we kind of similar.
Yeah, we was all off the chain.
We are very similar. All off the chain.
One of the real OGs who's always showed love and support. 5-time NBA All-Star, 4-time All-NBA, 13-year pro.
Yes,
welcome to the show, Spencer Haywood.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good to finally be
Thank you,
here.
OG. Thank you.
Retired players of your era, what do you guys think about just the media and how freely players can not only speak, how freely they can move, the type of money they can get, the ability to come in the NBA at a certain time? What are your guys' thoughts, and what are your thoughts in particular on that?
Well, my thoughts on it is I am the guy who sued the NBA, the NC2A, and the Denver Rockets of the ABA all the way to the Supreme Court so that they could get this ruling so that you guys can make the kind of money so you could come into the league when you were qualified rather than sitting in a college for 4 years making university rich. So yeah, I was that I was Jack.
Ahead of time. That's right.
I mean, obviously amazing, and I really want to kind of dig into that because I don't think people understand your significance, not only in your time, your ability to play the game, but what you were doing off the court. You were really one of the first. You were really one of the pillars that really helped fight against a system that wasn't ready to see that, and you won.
Yeah.
What kind of shit did you go through, though, outside of that while you were doing that?
While I was doing it, the first round of the case is when I sued the NBA for the rights to play because I had one more year left in college on my eligibility. And the NBA said, no, you can't come in until the fourth year. I said, I just finished the ABA where I was the Rookie of the Year, MVP of the league, MVP of the All-Star game, and I averaged 30 and 20 at 19. So it was only 2 players who ever did that in pro basketball. There's myself and Wilt Chamberlain, but Wilt was a little bit older, and I was 19 turning 20. So it was this phenom. But back up a second. They were all cool with it when Kareem and other guys backed out of the '68 Olympics, and they said, well, we got a 18-year-old down here at this junior college that could come in and play in the Olympics and save us in the Olympics. So I went and said, yeah, I'll save you. Set a record that lasted for 44 years in the Olympics, the most points and most rebounds and the most block shots.
So Melo got the point. Who got the points?
Kevin Durant.
KD, that's right.
Yeah, he got it.
And who got the rebound and block still stand?
No, I think David Robinson
got the rebound.
And then Charles Barkley finished second to me in field goal percentage.
That's a long time. Well, so back up one sec. So you said were you playing in the ABA while you're still in college?
No.
Okay.
I had left college, and that was a big commotion because all of a sudden, the ABA was allowing me to come and play. And Hannah Storm's father, Mike Storm, who was the public relations person for the ABA, when the university says, well, he's violating and breaking all the rules, we're gonna sue the ABA, we're gonna shut him down, blah, blah, blah. He got up at the press conference and said, what we're doing here is we are allowing Haywood to play because he's in dire need. It's called a hardship rule because his mother and his family was still picking cotton in Silver City, Mississippi for $2 a day. And he said, we're gonna give him reparations. So the whole media just shut down. Like, oh God.
Really?
So we're gonna let him play. And so that's how I ended up playing in the ABA. I was a test case. And right after that test case, we had Julius Erving, George Gervin, all the guys coming in.
So you were the initial, you opened the door to that
I
too?
opened the door to that, yes.
Speak at the time, although I don't even want to call the NBA the destination back then because I don't know, but the ABA was just as good, if not better, than the NBA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because we had the young players, we had the young energy, we had style too. They were wearing blue and gray. We were like pink, purples, you know, froze.
Flashy.
Yeah, so it was a different kind of game. And then we would open up because we were playing in open floor games where they would walk it up the floor, boom, 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 and stuff like that.
There's any truth to you dodging golf balls to get?
Well, in Mississippi, yeah.
So break that down because I couldn't believe it.
Well, what happened?
Unbelievable.
What happened was there was the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
And when we wasn't working in the cotton fields, you know, we would work at the golf course as caddies. And so these yahoos said, dang gone it, boys, we're gonna have some fun today. So they lined up all of us young kids out on the golf course.
How old were you at this time?
I was 12 maybe.
And these are grown men?
These are grown men, yeah. And so my younger brother Floyd and his friend Buddy, so we were all lined up ducking the balls. And then when the ball came and it was driving. It was also driving range. So they would drive at us and we would roll and the ball would hit you in the back. You roll over with it. My friend Buddy didn't. He got clocked.
In his head?
In his head, and he was never right
really?
From that point on. But that was part of the putting us in place because we were like happy that JFK had won the election. So we were like walking around the golf course like, hey, you know.
Got a chance.
We got a chance here. I won't have to be in this cotton field all of my life, you know. And when that happened, they showed us, you know, what kind of chance you got. So it was just the cruelty of the South and of the world at that time. So we had to go with the flow, you know.
You were also around during the Emmett Till stuff, and how old were you at that time?
At Emmett Till, it was 1955, so I was 6 and 7.
Do you remember it vividly in the
energy
energy
because
around?
all down in Mississippi, it was like, and he was maybe 60 miles from where I was from. All through Mississippi, it was like, my God, it was a chill throughout the South.
They would do this to a child.
Yeah, to do that to a child, but I mean, I live in Silver City, so I've seen all of that and experienced all of that. When people would come down south from the north and they didn't know the rules there, and these farmers and other people there would say, teach you a lesson. And that's what they would do. And that's how I got out of Mississippi was I was working at the country club and I was playing really good basketball at that time at 14. And they said I was like yelling at the people at the country club. So they put me in jail for one night. And my mother said, I gotta get you out of here. So, and I could not leave from Silver City because, you know, that's the farm country, so you had to go to another city. So we went to Belzoni, caught a bus, got up to Chicago. And at that time, I thought my brothers was rich because they used to come down south, you know, from with a roll of fool's roll, you know, but I was a fool because I was a kid. So I thought they were rich, you know. So I said, oh man, I'm hanging out with my brothers, man. This is money boys here. So
Money boys.
Yeah, and so the money boys said, well, man, you know, that car we was driving was rented. I was like, crushed. I said, well, am I gonna have this bedroom on this first floor of this townhouse? That's not ours. We only got the 4th floor. You sleeping on the floor. So I was sleeping on the floor and they would like just walk around with those green jelly looking suits, you know, and those white looking, those Stacy shoes with the stitches. He was sitting around on Friday, polishing up the stitches on those Stacys. I was like, boy, if I could get out of here. because I was going to go to Crane Tech in Chicago, and they were telling me, boy, we're gonna make some money off of you this year. I was like, please let me get out here. And so finally my brother came over he was going to the Bowling Green State University. He played ball with me and worked with me out on the playground and said, you gotta get out of here. You're a great player. You just gotta get away from these boys, your brothers. So the first thing I did was, before we left, my brother Andrew had been bullying me for all my life, so I said, I gotta get this brother. I gotta get this brother.
Golden one.
So I stole him. Bow! And then we duked it out.
You beefed on him?
Yeah, I beefed on him.
Man, you stole him
Man,
like
he
that?
beat. So on top of that, he had on his jelly-looking suit with a half a pint in his back pocket. So I took a rock and hit that pint, bam!
Yeah.
And that whiskey blew down his leg, and I said, goodbye, Chicago.
Yeah, it's over
Going
with.
to Detroit.
He busted his nose and fucked his drink up and pieced on him.
He more salted about the drink,
Oh,
dog.
yeah, the
Oh,
nose
you
guard,
know
yeah.
that was the case.
Oh yeah, the drink dog. Damn.
Don't mess with my drink now.
Don't mess with that, man. And this was brown whiskey. This is not like, come on.
God, it was a fresh jar of Crown Royal, still in the purple bag.
That was before the purple bag, I think.
It was gold.
It was gold.
The first bag was gold.
Okay.
And it went to purple.
I don't even think they had gold bags.
No.
back then.
The first Crown Royal
But
bag
he got it
was
off
gold.
the shelf. He just probably had
Yeah.
some make-believe crime.
Yeah.
It was like everything that they had was like
Some bathtub brew.
fake out.
Yeah.
And then my brother came in and he took me down to Bowling Green State University. And I was just playing with all of the greats down there, Howard Comize, Nate Thurman, all of those guys. And they said, man, you need to go to Detroit and you get a good coach to adopt you and you'll be all right. So I went to Detroit to play in this big tournament called Crunk, not box.
How old are you?
15, just turned 15.
Still young, yeah.
Yeah, so I had no place to stay, nothing. So they put me in this tournament. I played against George Trapp, all of the high school phenoms in Detroit. Man, I had been running through cotton fields all my life. I was looking at these guys like they were tired. I was like, oh, good. So I ran through those guys, and then they said, well, oh, he's not that good. Let him play against Cassie Russell and all of the college boys, Cassie Russell, Bill Buttons, and all of those guys. So I played against them and held my own. I had like 17 and 10. And then said, okay, one last shot. Put him on the court with the pros. And Dave Bing said, I got him on my team. So I went out and played against. This was 3 games in that day.
At 15 years old.
Yeah. Man, I was out of the cotton field.
You was happy.
Brother, this is
Ain't no
like,
such thing as getting tired.
How did the game go with the pros?
the pros, I killed the pros.
Really?
Yeah, and I was running and I was like, can I please get a Fagos soda pop? They were like, you can have what you want.
Yeah.
You want some
Fagos.
watermelon? You want everything. So I was that enjoy. And so Will Robinson walked up on me and said, I want you to come to Persian High School. In order for that to happen, we're gonna have to adopt you because
Is this a white coach, black coach?
black coach.
Okay.
First black coach to coach NC2A Division I.
Wow.
Will Robinson. And so he adopted me, and I remember the first day of practice, I walk into the gym and I'm shooting long shots because I'm down south, we shoot long ball. So he said, hold it, practice. He said, boys, we've been playing like mules. We got us a goddamn horse now. And we're gonna ride this bitch all the way to the state championship. So the Detroit schools hadn't been to the state championship in 35 years because once we got out of the city, the fix was in. Like it was with you guys over at, when y'all played the Malice in the Palace.
Same fix.
So the fix was in, so we didn't get up, but we got there and we won it all. And that was a beautiful night, man. To win it all the first time and everything, and then all of a sudden, I decided, well, I want my mama to see me play. So I signed with the University of Tennessee out of high school, not knowing that I was the first black in the Southeastern Conference. I just want my mom to see me play because she didn't see me play in high school. So I get down there and Adolph Rupp said, I just lost to Bobby Joe, and all those guys from Texas Western, the first black team to win. I'm supposed to get the first black. So that's when the argument took place with the University of Tennessee, and then Will says, I got a place for you, perfect. I want you to go to this school called Trinidad State Junior College in Colorado, on the border of Colorado and New Mexico, but you're gonna love it. It's very close to Denver, very close to Albuquerque, 450 miles from Albuquerque, 360 miles from Denver. I didn't know, I'm just trying to get, get there. So that's how I ended up on the Olympic team, because I was the MVP of the junior college. I was the best player there.
Were they still training in Colorado at the time, the Olympic team?
No.
Oh, okay.
We were we were playing, and we had the trials in Albuquerque.
Okay.
So Jerry Tarkanian, he's like the big dude, UNLV.
Yeah.
But he wasn't at UNLV at the time. He was at some junior college. He put our team together, and we came down to Albuquerque to play against Pete Maravich. All the greats were there in the gym. Man, our junior college team ran over everybody.
Oh, really?
I mean, these people were like, where are these people coming from? Who are these people? And so Hank Iber came over to John McLendon, who was the assistant coach for the Olympic team in 1968. In 68, we had some big problems because that was the year when the revolution was going on in America. Kareem decided to boycott. Alvin Hayes and Wes Unseld signed a pro contract because you had to be a amateur. But Bob Lanier and other players decided they didn't want to come to the trials. So they were like stranded, and I was like, I'm the guy that's gonna do this. And they were like, what are you talking about? You're too young. And I was like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna get this gear and go back to Detroit and tell my boys, hey man, I tried out for the Olympic team. And so we played and kept playing and stuff, and they started, at the end of it, they said, let's get our team together, who we're going to pick on the Olympic team. They had told me that I was too young, I'm a freshman. So I was just there, let me get my gear. And Hank Iber and John McLendon said, well, our first player picked Spencer Haywood. I was, oh, God, I don't have a passport. And so then they started cutting Pete Maravich.
Wow.
Calvin Murphy. They were cutting players I was like, whoa, what kind of player team we gonna have? And plus, in the back of my mind, everyone was supposed to bring their passports, and I didn't have one. So I was in my mind like, they're gonna cut me again because I don't have a passport. So they says, well, we gotta solve that problem, son. Let's call your mother. My mother don't have no phone. We're in the backwoods of Mississippi. So he ended up getting her to come to the grocery store, and she picked up the phone and said, yes, I got this passport right here. I got this birth certificate. You can get this passport. It's right here on the John 21 in my Bible. They says, well, you have to send that Bible up here so we can take a picture and move it down. She says, hey, baby. This Bible been with me since I was 4 years old. It's not leaving. So we had to fly to Mississippi, take a picture, and they created the birth certificate, and I got my passport, and I was off to Russia. I said, man, my big trip.
Faygo was the soda back then?
Huh?
You said Faygo.
Faygo, it was the big pops, the soda pop center.
Yeah, so Faygo was soda back then?
Yeah, back in Detroit.
Man.
That's where it was made.
I'm just saying, I just got hip to Faygo about like 10 years ago.
No, I used to sit at Will's house looking at it like, wow, man, I just want to get me a I just want to get a root beer. I want to get a few.
Fago got some good flavors
They
too,
got some
man.
good flavors, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about too. Double cup boys.
So I was, that was my journey, and then until I moved over with a family named James and Ida Bell. But I was down there with all the lawyers and the doctors in Detroit and stuff. But back to this trip to Russia. So we get to Russia, and we were scrimmaging against the Russians, and they were like, "You black people being cheated in America. You come live with us." And we said, well, Charlie Scott and JoJo White, and we were like all roomies and stuff.
White.
So we were like, "Can we order pizza?" "What's a pizza?" We said, "This ain't
Can't
for
come
us.
here.
You can't order pizza here."
What was that experience like, though? I mean, the Olympics, you're what, 18, 19?
Yeah, I was 19.
What was that like?
Oh gosh, that was when we got back. Before we got back to America, we stopped and scrimmaged against the Knicks, and Willis Reed and all of the Walt Frazier and all of them were saying, "Man, you guys got a good squad. Y'all might get a gold medal or a medal in the Olympics, you know." And then we went from there to play against Oscar and the Cincinnati Royals. And Oscar pulled me aside and said, "You're gonna win this son of a bitch, man." And that just blew my mind. Was like, woo!
Legends telling you, yeah.
So then we get to Mexico City. The students had rioted in Mexico City, so there's blood and everything on the streets. So there's wiping up the blood and stuff. But we were like, man. And at the same time, the Olympic Committee had met with John Carlos and Tommy Smith, and they had met with Jackie Robinson, and earlier that summer they met with Martin Luther King, and then just before then he was murdered. Kennedy was murdered, not JF, but Robert F. Kennedy was murdered, and here we were in Mexico City, and this big old dude kept looking at me, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, "Why are you looking at me, brother?" He said, "Man, I got an eating partner." I was like, "What are you talking about?" "I want somebody to go with me to the commissary. We're gonna eat this motherfucker out of our house and home." George Foreman.
Oh, wow. Big George.
Big George. So we got to working and playing and stuff, and Tommy Smith and John Carlos was like the leader of the whole the Olympic Village, because it wasn't like when you guys play, y'all have like condos and shit. We were like staying in the dorms, and so we all just hung out. And we were learning, I was learning so much from those guys about the revolution, about everything, because, hey, I'm like 3 years out of Mississippi, out of the cotton field, backwoods. And so one night we were like questioning whether we're going to boycott or show some kind of movement with the Olympic team, the black players, and we had a lot of white players as well, wanted to show that we was in solidarity with what was going on in America, because we had the riots in Detroit, we had the riots in California, we had them in Newark, New Jersey. It was just chaos. And everybody was like, them Toms who went, them Uncle Toms down there playing in the '68 Olympics, why don't you do like Kareem? And it was like that whole atmosphere.
Carlos wasn't gone.
Yeah. Well, John was there.
He was a real one, I'm saying. He wasn't budging.
What was that situation like? I mean, when they raised their fist on the podium.
They raised their fist on the podium.
He put the black glove on.
And they put the black glove on. And we were like, oh my God. You mean they did it? Because the head of the Olympics was Avery Brundage. Avery Brundage was a friend and a close associate with Hitler.
Wow.
So that we knew that was going to be some trouble here. So Charlie Scott and JoJo, man, we got to be cool. Don't do nothing. Don't say nothing. So I was like, I'm not going to say anything. I don't like John and Tommy anyway right now.
Yeah.
I was just joking, but so when they did that, they took their passports, walked them through us, had all of us on the Olympic team, and let us walk them through there. Man, that hurt me so bad, because they did They kept us all organized at the Olympics. They kept us strong. They kept us in faith.
They were the leaders.
They were the leaders. And then to walk them through us and then get out of here, get out of here.
They kicked them out.
Yeah, kicked them out of the Olympics,
Wow.
out of the village. And they had to go back home where people were like throwing things. Yeah, you.
Not understanding the magnitude at the time.
No, didn't care. And so, man, and then all of a sudden we had to play the final game. And with all of that stuff going on, I'm just choking because I'm the star. And they said, oh, we're close to winning. Howard Cosell, what do you think, fella? You gonna be able to go back to Detroit? Black folks are gonna kill you. So you could see me playing. I make a layup and run straight into the locker room, threw up all over the place, come right back out, run back on the floor, and we won the gold. And they announced that I was the MVP. And I was standing there, like 3 years ago, I'm in the cotton field, not even having life itself. And now I'm an American hero with the gold medal on.
Wow.
I just broke down and started crying. My legs got weak, and I was falling down, and JoJo, stand like a man.
Woke you up?
He pulled me up and stand like a man. Bill Hoskett, them guys, stand up now. This is your time. So I was like, wow. So that was beautiful. And then the big deal, Howard Cosell was like, what are you going to do when you go back to Detroit? They hate you for what you've done. I was like, how could they hate me? So we're thinking, Will Robinson and I was there. We're flying into Detroit. We're thinking, man, these brothers are going to kill us, man. So when we flew into Detroit, we landed. It was like 4,000 black and white were there.
Celebrating y'all.
Celebrating
That's
us, man.
beautiful.
I was like, wow.
That's beautiful.
America is a motherfucker.
Man, ain't it?
America is something else, man.
Cosell was a hater too.
How nice was Pistol Pete?
Oh, God. Shit. Pete was Magic Johnson, Nate Archibald. He was that combination.
That's a hell of a combo.
He was something special.
How tall was he? 6'3"?
6'3", 6'4", but his handle was like
Immaculate.
did you play with? He had some Pete in him too.
White J. Will?
J. Will.
Yeah, white chocolate. Yeah.
Chocolate had some Pete in him. And I always told him when we was in Mexico City, they were celebrating my 50th return, and I was like,
You got yeah.
yeah.
That's
He
Pete
called
all
us
over
too.
again.
Yeah, because Pete and I played together when I was with the New Orleans Jazz with Elgin Baylor, the coach.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then they moved us to Utah, and I was like,
Ooh, culture shock.
hated it, but I didn't go. I didn't go.
Hated it.
I didn't go because I was married to Iman at the time, and she was like, I can't go. I've been to New Orleans. I can't go to Utah. I need to work. I need to do things.
Well, hold on. You're just casually saying you're married to one of the biggest supermodels of all time. Let's talk about that, Spence.
Yes.
Because John was telling us some shit before you came in here. Like, how did you bag Iman?
Man, she saw me. She said, "Oh, I want him so bad." No, she didn't.
I was about to believe it.
That was believable.
No.
Hell yeah.
No.
That's how they normally do me.
So, no.
You stupid, bro.
So we were in New York, and I was with the Knicks. She had just came over from East Africa, from Somalia.
How old are you? You don't mind me asking?
What am I? 90? No, I'm fucking with Shaq.
I'm about to say, hell no, you ain't 90.
No, I'm 76.
Okay.
Okay. I was about to say, I know you ain't.
Ain't no gucking in 90.
Okay.
No.
So we were having dinner, and it was like the sports meets the fashion industry.
Okay.
And so at that time, I was reading the Quran, and she was from a Muslim country. And so we started talking about the Prophet and different things and just talking. And then everybody at the table said, oh boy, them two together.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how we hooked up.
Wow.
We just started hanging. And the next thing you know, we spent all of our time because I had just got to the Knicks from Seattle, from the Sonics.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know anybody but Earl and Clyde and Phil Jackson, those guys. But Phil didn't want to hang because he was smoking a lot. Weed.
Yeah.
You officially took your shahada?
Huh?
Did you take your shahada? Did you become Muslim?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
We gotta greet each other. It's only right that we greet each other.
All right. Yes, sir. So then we hung out and we just started hanging with each other, just spending time. And my other good friend in that group was BJ, Beverly Johnson.
Yeah.
That's my mother-in-law. Them girls, so them girls was
he got some stories.
No. So what happened was I didn't know because I had to switch over to the fashion industry because New York was like scattered. Players didn't get together like that. So I just hung out with the fashion.
Yeah.
And the world.
Smart. That's
Two of the baddest women in the world.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else.
We're listening to jazz, doing everything, enjoying our life.
What is that kind of, obviously, media isn't what it is today, but I mean, you're hanging with two of the biggest supermodels in the world. You're one of the biggest basketball players in the world. What's the attention like around you? Is it cameras? Is it talk? What is it like?
Yeah, it was pretty aggressive because of the fact that I was Mr. Knicks.
That's a huge crossover.
And then she was the world famous model who just came here from Somalia. So it was really something. And we got on Good Morning America and we was talking about our marriage and we were just, Iman had just, I had just got a notice from the NBA because I did a photo with Iman. I was just holding my hand over her breast and her stomach was out with my baby inside. So the league was like, now wait a minute. We're not that progressive.
They wasn't ready.
Don't let us catch you doing that kind of stuff anymore.
Wow.
So I got my cue. It wasn't nothing exotic, but it was exotic.
Yeah. They just
And it
wasn't
was
ready.
shot by Michael Reinhardt, a very famous photographer. So, and we got on Good Morning America, and so we were just talking like, man, we're gonna bring culture to the blacks in America, and we're gonna take technology to the Africans in Africa. Somebody, maybe the CIA or someone, was like, whoa, wait a minute here.
Too much. Slow your ass
Now
down.
slow your ass down here, bro. You may be crazy, but you ain't no fool.
Man.
So we sort of slowed down, and then when
We'll let you do whatever you want. Just don't help us get the niggas smart.
you watch out. I'm just telling you the story.
Yeah, you can do what you want.
You can do what you want, but
don't-
watch out now.
Yeah.
So then when I got traded, before I got traded when I wouldn't report to Utah. So we got to LA, and I was like, oh my God, I'm with my boy because he was with me when I took my shahada. Kareem, Walt Hazard, all these people were here, UCLA people. So
they all over here.
Yeah. So I slipped into another group, and Iman was just constantly begging me, please don't go with these people. And I was like, man, I'm with Pryor. What the fuck? He's making me laugh.
Yeah.
But he was handling coke.
It came with some other stuff.
It came with some other stuff. So I slipped, man. I slipped badly. And while playing with the Lakers, I'll tell you how stupid it was. I would come to practice and we were watching the films, and Magic would look at me and say, Wood, man, you got to get your hands together. You're losing your hands, man. They knew what was going on, but I was like, I was in denial about the coke use and about freebasing, so I had answers.
For everything.
I had some fucking answers.
How old were you at this point?
I was 28, 29.
Right in your prime.
Yeah, prime shit, man. I came there averaging 24 points and 12 rebounds.
But a lot of people will say to me, Coach, drugs was big, not just what you was doing, but drugs was big in the league, period.
Oh, it had
everybody was on it.
It had wiped, because it's like a fraternity, and it had just wiped through us, man. I came in there with, like I said, 24 and 12. By mid-season, I was down to 17 and 7. By the end of the season, I was at 7 and 5. Damn. 20 pounds lighter, basically. And so we would have film session, and Magic is like, Wood, we need you, baby, we need you. And I was like, I got you, brother, I got you. And he said, like, look at this film here. You see, I dropped that pass on you like this. It's missing your hand. You like you drop it. I was like, hold it. It's not me.
It's the ball.
It's you, Magic.
It's you, yeah.
You see that? Look, run it back, Pat. Pat Riley was the assistant coach. Run it back. See all that spin he's got on that ball?
Wow. Yeah.
You know, I'm in denial. I'm deep in denial in Egypt, you know? So I'm like, oh, okay. So Kareem step up. Okay, now, Wood, now that's enough of this shit. I said, okay, what's going on, big fella? Brother man?
What we doing, Ak?
What are we doing, Cap? So Cap says, you have fallen off so far on the rebounds, we can't make it without you getting the rebounds. I said, Cap, let's look at the tape again. So Cap would look at the tape, and I said, see, your sky hook is coming off
Off the rim the wrong way?
the wrong way. I'm going to this side where I normally go, but yours will rim out on this side. So they were like just sitting there like, oh God, this Wood is so
hopeless.
This is not our guy.
You was in deep.
I was in deep, man. And so one day I was on my way to practice. I had had a real crazy night. We were in the playoffs for the finals. I got to have one more shot. I got to have one more hit. So I stayed up and just, you know,
Kept going.
Were you snorting, baby? How were you?
I was piping, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Free base.
Yeah, man, what do I want to snort for when I got free base?
Get right to the money.
Straight to it.
So I'm driving along.
Franklin Saint.
I get up to the thing, and I'm like, all of a sudden I fall asleep, and I'm hearing cars banging, people banging on my door. I'm like, hey, what the f are y'all doing? Hitting my Rolls Royce like this. So I go to practice.
Not my roof.
Yeah. So then I run to practice, and I decided, well, I think I can run it out of me before this practice started. I ran around the track, just running, and all of us. So then I get to the practice, and I'm so freaking tired and so fucked up that I fall asleep.
Oh, shit.
Here's Jamal, get up, get up, get up, get up. I'm like, well, where am I?
Oh, shit.
We're in the finals.
But you in fairy tale land.
I'm in fairy tale land.
Feeling good.
So that's when the team decided, well, it's best that you stay home for a while. Damn. And I'm like, but we only got 3 more games. And that was my journey with that. And so from that, Iman was like, well, I know what you can do. Because they told me, you need to get out of wet places and wet faces. And I said, well, I'll go back to New York with the Knicks, and I'll go back to Utah. I can be clean in Utah. And everybody had put the word out, and David Stern had said, man, I need you to take the fall for this league.
Really?
So I went to Italy, and then I came back to Washington and had a grand season, was killing them. And then Iman was in an automobile accident. I had been away from my family and stuff so long that I just said, I got to call it quits, because I had her sister, her brother, and Nadia was with us all the time. So, you bring an African family with you, you gotta look out your family. So I left the game, and then Iman over there just bugging me still about going to see a psychiatrist or psychologist. So I was like, that shit is for models. So I went in and started going to see one, and then I loved it. I mean, I was able to, he was talking to me about PTSD, about what I went through with the trial and all of that stuff. So I was like, oh shit, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So from that, I've now been in 42 years.
Congratulations.
And
How long did it take you to kick the habit all in from when you started to when you
You look good.
got
it
clean?
was
You look
3
good.
years.
3 years?
3 years, yeah.
And kind of lost sight of everything.
Once I got back and once she healed up, my sponsor was saying, you can't live in wet places and wet faces. So I had to
Step away because the
So I
league
had
was
to
still
step
dirty
away.
at that time,
The
right?
league was
Even though they
dirty.
wanted you to fall, the league was still dirty.
dirty. So I said, well, let me just move to Detroit. And Iman was cool enough to say, we had a daughter. You take the daughter while I finish my modeling, and then we'll work joint custody back and forth. We didn't have to go through no lawyers or nothing. We just knew
That's
what
cool.
we had to
That's a
do.
beautiful thing.
So
So you retired early, maybe
Retired
early
early,
30s?
yeah.
32, 33?
32.
Man.
Yeah, and at my peak, I
Yeah.
was ready.
Uh-huh.
But it was more important for me
Life.
that family.
Yeah.
Because,
Get
these Somalians, they don't even know the language here.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to take care of that.
How's your guys' relationship today?
Perfect.
Amazing.
It's not perfect, but it's
It's
all
good.
cool because we talk a lot.
Nothing's perfect.
No,
Especially
we
in
talk a lot.
relationships.
And some of our daughters, my oldest daughter, and
You
some
had two
of,
daughters with her?
I have one daughter.
One daughter? Okay.
Zuleika.
Okay.
And I have a granddaughter.
Okay.
And my other daughters, I have 4 daughters.
All girls.
All girls.
I got 6.
Okay. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
With
So
seven
they are
wives.
like always like, why y'all
What'd he say?
talking? Why y'all talking? And when we was at the Knicks games this year for the playoff, Walt Frazier and Earl and all of them like, what you gonna do, Wood? I'm like, man, I can't bring her to this game. Y'all would blow us up. So we're fun. We're having fun with each other because she lost her husband, David Bowie. I lost my wife 3 years ago, Linda.
Sorry to hear that.
And so my daughter that used to go with me to see my psychiatrist, she's a psychologist now.
Really?
Shakira.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's her brand. She's doing real well. My other daughter, Isis, y'all probably know Isis. She's over at Adidas, doing real well up in Portland. My next daughter is a professor at Lincoln University.
Okay.
And Zuleika, my oldest daughter, she works with her mother, Iman Inc., and all of that
Okay.
stuff. So life is pretty good with me. I've been clean and sober, for the 42 years. And of course, I wouldn't be fitted to say that clean and sober, but I do.
For the most part. Mm-hmm.
Nah,
Come on, man.
of course. Of
I'm
course.
just saying.
No, we knew that already. Like, yeah,
Oh, you knew that already?
Yeah, that's 2 different levels.
Okay, then I'm just saying.
Smoking
No,
is
I'm just
like
saying.
breathing,
Yeah.
especially cannabis these days. Everybody needs it. My
Yeah.
mom used to punish me all kind of shit in high school. Now she calling me, "Where's that? Did you leave me some?" So I get it.
But what Matt and I was talking about for the retired players, we have like over 3,000 players, and we was like just talking about, things, creams for your knees and all of these.
They
beautiful
weren't
things.
ready.
But everybody was like so, oh man,
Nose up.
you and Matt and Jack and them guys.
Now look at you.
I'm like,
Ahead of the curve. You just ahead of the curve. That's
yeah,
all.
I know.
With Disney Plus and Hulu, there's so much amazing entertainment. You'll discover something new every day. Whether you're looking to binge watch Modern Family or enjoy the biggest blockbusters like Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts on Disney Plus. Check out the latest news on what you need to know or check out new episodes of Only Murders in the Building. This is the one place that has it all. Get all of this and so much more with Disney Plus and Hulu every day. It doesn't get any better than this. 18 plus only. Offer valid for eligible subscribers only. Terms apply.
Time for tip-off, time for a line. Whether you're catching the game from a couch or calling shots at the stadium, bring the taste of the beach to every play with Corona. Because there's nothing better than enjoying the basketball season with the Corona in your hand. So when it's time for tip-off, grab the beer that brings the beach to you. Corona. La Playa awaits. Today's episode is brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. How accurate was winning time?
Winning time was very accurate with me.
Wood Harris, he's one of my favorite actors, by the way.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
hooked me up real nice. No, because I was nervous that, what is he going to do? Is they going to have me, just way off the rockers? So when I talked to Wood after you had spoke with him, and then I said, go for it, brother. Don't play around with this. And I talked with Rodney Burns, who's the writer, and I was like, let it go. We need to tell young players. We need to show them that that life it's not that playover thing, It's a lot involved here. And so how you can fall, how you can pick yourself up, how you can move on. And so that's what they did with me. And now I have a deal with Lionsgate to do the whole Spencer Haywood story.
Congratulations.
Man. And so now I'm just circling back because I'm thinking we got Mario Van Peebles doing the director. And we got Common.
Really?
That's, it's my godson.
I didn't know.
I just seen him yesterday.
That's your godson?
Yeah, it's my godson.
Yeah, he was at the Ritz with me and Jelani yesterday.
That's my godson.
Yeah.
Can I tell y'all a story about how he almost became Macklemore? The rapper from Seattle.
Yeah.
And so his father played with me in Denver.
Common's father.
Common's father.
Really?
Lonnie Lane Sr.
I know that.
He played with me in the ABA, and his mother was Ann, so she is still Ann, but she was like taken care of. And I was this young player that was in the league, and everybody was taking a shot at me, So Lonnie was my guy that like, if they touch you, I'm going. He's from Chicago, DeSable High School, so just like 6'8", chisel,
big dude.
Yeah, so they took care of me and made sure that everything was right. And then when girls would come around and were like, get away, get away. He's got a career. That's Common's mother. So we were all tight, this family. So when he was born, they asked me to be his godfather.
That's dope.
And so I get to Seattle after I won my case, and I'm like, having an all-pro season. I was finished third behind Kareem and Nate Archibald for MVP. And so I said, man, that would be nice if I could get my boy here in Seattle. So I spoke to Bill Russell. He was our coach. I said, Russ, can we give him a tryout? And he said, yeah, get him out here. So I didn't know what shape Lonnie was in. I didn't know he was using anything. So I just said, hey, man, come on out, and we're going to give you a shot, a real good shot. And I'm gonna protect you to a degree. So Lonnie grabbed up his family illegally with Common. He was 2 years old. So they come in to Seattle. And so he had basically kidnapped them. So they was coming to Seattle, so they had to get Lonnie and arrest him for a minute, and they went back to Chicago. And so Common is always talking this shit nowadays. If that shit had worked out in Seattle, I would have been the Black Macklemore. And the other guy, what's the name? I like them butts.
Oh, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sir Mix-a-Lot. Yeah. So Common would have been Sir Mix-a-Lot. Black Macklemore.
Can you tell us a story about the time you declined equity with Nike?
Oh boy.
Break that down. We talked to Magic and he turned down a similar deal.
I know, but his wasn't. He had a little bit of time. Yeah. I was in 1972 and 73. Nike came out with this shoe, and I said, yeah, I would wear it because Phil Knight. We were all up in Portland and Seattle, so that was a whole nother area for, just business and everything else. So you were just like, it's like hippies and shit. So he came and said, would you wear my shoe? I said, yeah, of course I wear it. We Northwest boys, we down. And he said, okay, I'm gonna give you some stock in this company. First of all, I was young too, and I'm thinking, livestock?
Yeah.
What kind of stock? What stock?
What are you talking about, stock? So I get the stock, and my boy that I let do the negotiation, he was like struggling, have them bills taken care of. So he was like convincing me, man, that shoe is never going to work because look at what happened. Because when I was running down the floor, guys would come behind me and pop my shoe off.
Or they could step on your heel and
Step
pull
on
it
my
off?
heel. That Nike didn't have the,
Technology
it was new.
yet.
It was,
yeah,
it
no
was a running
technology.
shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Prefontaine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was that kind of shoe.
Prefontaine? Dang, that's crazy.
So it popping off. So I'm like, well, maybe. So I said, okay, man, I give you the power of attorney. Let me just go play. I got to play.
focus
Man.
on
I
that.
got to really focus on this game now because this is my chance. And when I came back, he had sold that shit. He said, man, I got the cash right here.
100,000, how much?
100,000.
So any idea what that could have been today? 10%?
It was up around 2.7 billion
Oh, fuck that.
years ago.
You still friends with him?
Yes. Because we were young, man. The league was young, gym shoes. We only had 2 shoes. We had like, the 2 shoes were Converse. I didn't like that Converse because it was just so flat.
Flat on the bottom.
And Wilt Chamberlain wore them and he blocked me 3 times in one game. So I was like,
Fuck them.
never wear that
Yeah.
fucking shoe. And then we had, what else? The other one was Pro Kids.
Pro
which was a
Kids.
hard bottom shoe. And then you had Walt Frazier's shoe, but nobody wanted to compete with Walt. So,
Interesting.
so that was my
Were you-
Nikes.
Were you negotiating with Phil Knight directly?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, at that time, he didn't have the shop, you know.
Yeah.
Just
He
started.
had to handle them out of his
That's
trunk,
raw,
and
yeah.
it was like that way. So I did do the big commercial for them. It's the original poster for Nike, because they had no other players. And it's me standing, you can only get this shoe at this location. So I have that poster.
That's dope.
That's dope. So I do talk to Phil. Phil came to me when I was inducted into the Hall of Fame. All my guys came.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What's up, football fans? The season is well underway, and there's no better time to jump straight into the action than with DraftKings Pick 6. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just want to add a little extra excitement to the games, DraftKings Pick 6 is where it's at. I've teamed up with DraftKings Pick 6, and they got something special going on. Right now, new DraftKings customers play just $5 on their first Pick 6 set will get $50 in bonus picks. Sounds pretty good to me. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app today. Get started using my promo code SMOKE. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, jeez, that's a great price?
But then a few months later, surprise, your bill is higher.
With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month, and that's forever.
Word.
With unlimited text, talk, and data, starting at just $25 a month.
No price hikes, no contract, forever, fam. Plus, Boost Mobile is a legit nationwide 5G network. They've invested billions in building 5G towers all across the country, fam.
Visit boostmobile.com or head to your local Boost Mobile store to get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month, forever.
5G speeds not available in all areas. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds.
Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan. This episode is sponsored by Row. Now, speaking of getting down, where's the perfect spot? Is it always in the bedroom? For some, sure, a dimly lit bedroom with soft sheets and romantic playlists set the mood. But for others, it might be the kitchen island after a particularly good meal, or even getting creative in the living room with some plush throws and the fire going. The decor and the vibe are totally up to you. But no matter where you like to get down, you always want to be at your best. And that means having Rose Sparks on hand to perform at your best. Rose Sparks are a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for those guys who need that secret weapon. After Rose Sparks dissolves under your tongue, they work in about 15 minutes on average. They work faster than the old school treatments because they hit the bloodstream quicker than those old school pills. No more waiting for the pills to kick in. When the mood is right, you'll be ready. With Rose Sparks, guys get more control in bed and more pleasure for their partner. Row connects guys with medical providers 100% online, so you don't have to waste time in waiting rooms or have awkward conversations with those in-person providers. If approved, treatment ships directly to your door. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off their first order of Rose Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with the provider at ro.co/smoke to find out if the prescription of Rose Sparks is right for you. That's ro.co/smoke for $15 off your first order on a recurring plan. Compound drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. For safety information, go to ro.co/safety info.
Any relationship or MJ stories, Michael Jordan stories?
Yeah, Mike, I'm in New York and I'm trying to figure out, man, I'm negotiating because we were like part of the players union too, and they were doing this negotiation. So I get this call from Mike. I'm like, what the fuck are you calling me for? You corporate. And I'm the grunt. So Mike said, come on down, let's have some dinner, man. So we had a nice dinner. We talked a lot of shit. And he kept telling all the other owners and everything that was there, this was the first Nike guy. I wouldn't have had my contract if he hadn't threw his away.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mike, you can't do it like that. But Mike was so cool.
That's
He was
really
so
dope.
cool. He was just showing some love.
How does, again, I don't think, and I could be right, I don't think you got the love and respect you deserved for everything you did from on and off the court, but when you get it back from your peers or some legends in the game, does that kind of help a little bit?
It helps a lot. This, today, I've waited for this.
Yes.
Because y'all my boy.
Yeah.
Y'all are the shit. So, I'm just saying. But, when you take a stand like that, Muhammad Ali, Kurt Flood, Jackie Robinson, and myself, there's a thing called Mount Rushmore of the people who changed the game. And I'll get that shot to y'all too as well. But, And so, when you do that, and I went against the universities. Now they're going to call me before the Congress again.
Coming up
Because of the fact that they want to change the NIL now that black folks are getting a little pay.
That's Trump.
Yeah, there you go. You said the word. Say it again.
Dump.
So he wants to change it so that I'm like, you can't do that, man. You got to be better than this. You're the president.
Anytime they see us getting ahead of anything, they it's going to try to throw a monkey wrench in it.
Yeah, but we're stronger than that, so we'll get through it. So I'm going to testify, and I'm with the Congressional Black Congress, and I'll talk about the importance of it and the importance of this ruling, the importance of my ruling, because my ruling alone has helped to create, that these are not scientific numbers, but they're my numbers. Over $65 billion for player salary from 1971. In 1971, when I won my case, Haywood versus the NBA, we only had 14 teams because we didn't have a pool in which to pull from young guys coming up. And they had told the old heads in the league that if you let him get in here, these young guys like Matt and Jack, they're gonna come in and put you guys out of business. So they didn't support me. So I just look at it all, man, I was a vegan basically for 31 years until my wife passed. Now I'm eating fish again. I've been working out, I pray a lot. I enjoy life. I have my 4 daughters. Since I don't have any sons, I got 3 grandsons. They go for any shit I tell them. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Okay. So I'm enjoying life.
You got the girls in good hands.
Yeah, in good hands. And then I go to the games. I watch the games a lot. I watch the young players play, and I'm like, wow, these motherfuckers can play. They can play.
Quick question. We got a little quick hitters out, but real quick, we spoke to George Gervin at the beginning of this week, and he said although Magic and Bird are credited with saving the NBA, he kind of felt like the influx with the ABA coming into the NBA is really what saved
that changed the game. Because I told you before, they was in blue and gray suits and brown suits, and they was going down. I'll tell you what happened. My first game in Seattle, or third game in Seattle, I ripped the ball off and palmed it and flicked it over to Lenny Wilkins. Lenny Wilkins said, go. And I got the ball at the half court, and I just was dribbling. I said, oh, shit, I'm behind the free throw line. Maybe I'll take a dunk. I took off and just to show them what it was all about, and dunk, bam! And they were like, he's a hot dog.
You jump from the free throw line in a game?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
I can't do that on
And they
Xbox.
said he's a hot dog. So that was the new look of and I was the first one to come to the NBA from the ABA. So that was the whole look. So later on that season, everybody was looking for something exciting to happen, you know. So, and that's when Sam Schulman, the owner of the Sonics, said, I'm gonna get me some more of them. So he went and got John Brisker.
God damn, let me give me some more of them.
Yeah.
Them brown boys.
Them black boys over there? I need some more of them.
All them brown ones.
So he
throwing
went and
the
got
ball in the
John
hoop.
Brisker,
Get a couple of them.
Jim McDaniels, all of us was on the same team.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, quick hitters. First thing to come to mind, let us know your top 5 players of all time.
My top 5 players of all time, I don't know in this order, but I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
just give
say,
us
Give us 5.
okay, Kareem, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. God, I hate to squeeze the Magic out, but yeah, I got to go with my homeboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic.
So Kareem, Jordan, Bron, Magic, and who's the 5th?
Because I love him now. Kobe.
Okay, I was about to say, thank you.
Because I love him a lot, and he was the guy who called me and said, "Come to visit with me and sit with me."
I love it. Pick your brain.
And he said, "You know, I think I want to do this movie on you." And the next year he was.
He had the ultimate respect for everybody that came before
Oh yeah,
him.
yeah.
Student.
You see him
here?
sitting with Bill Russell
See
and
that
everybody.
24?
Yeah, that's our guy, man. That's our guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he respected me for what I did for him in the sense that he said, I wouldn't have been able to come out of high school
Yes, without you.
without you.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna show you big respect.
Most intimidating player that you played against?
The Dipper,
Big
Wilt
Dipper.
Chamberlain.
Yeah. Big Dipper.
Incredible,
Let
huh?
me tell you one little story about when they was winning that 72 games in a row. I was out there having a ball. I was doing I had 40 and it was 15 before the fourth quarter was ended, in the fourth quarter. He sicked Bill Bridges on me. He said, knock him out. Bill Bridges was this big old dude, about 6'8", 275 pounds. All I could see is like a cartoon, big old fist.
He just swung at you?
He knocked me out.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Because we ain't messing up this 72. We ain't messing up
So
this.
you was on your way to dropping 50 and beating the winning streak, and they took you out.
Took me out.
Yeah,
So
that would have been his last game.
your
too.
boy from UCLA, Walt Hazard, I'll save you. He jumps over Bill Bridges' back and slid into the floor had these 24-second clocks on the floor at that time. And this big old piece of iron knocked him out. So we both woke up in the, in the training room. And the next year, the league said, they're putting the clock up on
top. That's crazy.
So these players keep running into it.
MJ, Kobe, LeBron, rank them in your opinion.
I'm thinking MJ, LeBron. I'm taking. No, I got to go to LeBron, MJ, and Kobe.
Childhood crush. Who was your childhood crush?
My hand. Okay, I'm sorry. Can I do it? What did I say? What did I do?
Whatever you want.
What did I do?
Boy, he was knocking himself down earlier.
That's the first and the best answer we've had. Funniest teammate you've ever had. This is crazy, bro.
The funniest teammate is Earl Monroe. And Earl Monroe had some good ones. I mean, he was just
One-liners?
One-liners, and I would always
Fall
egg
for
him
it?
on
Oh, okay.
and shit, and be just because Walt Frazier was like Mr. I'm corporate. Y'all can't be acting this stupid. And Phil Jackson is like, these guys, man, they messing up what we're doing. We're corporate guys. I'm with the Knicks, So it's like, yeah.
If you could see one guest on our show, who would it be?
But
You have to help us get your answer on the show.
I think you should do Walt Frazier.
That'd be dope. More than, we'll be
Because
honored.
he's got a documentary that's coming out.
okay.
We'll be honored.
And it's HBO documentary, and he is.
Hit him up, tell him we're ready.
I hit
Real
him.
quick before we got here, because we got
Okay. Oh yeah.
Ralph behind you, real quick. You guys are talking off camera. You
Fuck
and-
Ralph. That's my boy, man.
real quick before we get you out of here. You and Stak were talking about some stuff with the Malice in the Palace. Just real quick, give us the breakdown because it was what were y'all talking about?
Well, no, I was living in Detroit at the time, and I was, Sal and all of us were around. And my dad, Will Robinson, was the scout as well as the assistant to the general manager. And they were like, everybody was worried. Man, them Indiana Pacers is going to be a problem for us. And so the air was in the air that we got to do something because they're pretty arrogant and cocky, so we can start a fight or something with those guys and take them out. This is old school basketball.
That was the plan, and it worked.
It worked.
It worked.
Well, it
Fix
worked. It worked because it went into the stands. Like,
It
so
went
the
into
energy
the
went to the stands, so they felt like
Well, it was
we
going
was
to happen.
busting their ass. So like, shit, we gonna start it.
Yeah.
And that's when the beer came out.
That's when it came.
But that energy was in the air.
It was all in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah, it was
about.
all in the air. He's exactly right.
Well, Spence, we appreciate you. If there's any way we can help with the project, when you do the project,
yeah,
you want to
you know
come
y'all
back.
gonna be
Yeah,
in this.
yeah.
Please,
If you want to
please.
come back down and sit
All
and
of
tell
us,
us about it, so
yeah,
we
burn
appreciate
one.
you. Yeah.
Burn
Yeah.
one with you.
I
easy.
told you. I
Burn
told
one with
you long ago.
Yeah.
I said,
I remember.
want you.
I remember.
You guys got to be on this
So
project.
we appreciate you, man. Thank you for all you did on and off the court in your journey.
Yeah.
Looking forward to sitting down with you again. Man, appreciate your time. It's a wrap.
Appreciate
Spencer
you.
Haywood.
We definitely got to talk.
Yeah.
Got to talk.
Yes, sir.
And again, fuck rap.